Your mind has a remarkable ability to forget, to paper over the past, and to tell you that you're fine. But your body is an archive that never deletes a file. We often think of trauma as a story we tell about the past. But for millions of people, trauma isn't a story, it's a physical reality that lives in their racing hearts, their shallow breath, and their constant state of alert. The nature of the wound. We are taught from a young age that wounds bleed. We learn that a broken bone shows up on an X-ray and a fever can be measured with a thermometer. But there is a different kind of wound, one that doesn't bleed, yet it never stops aching. Dr. Bessel van der Kolk calls this the invisible scar. Trauma is not just a story of something bad that happened in the past. It is a physical footprint left on your nervous system. It's the reason why, years after a car accident, a sudden break lights up your chest with panic. It's why, decades after a difficult childhood, you might feel a knot in your stomach when someone raises their voice, even if they aren't angry at you. The hijacked brain. To understand this scar, we have to look inside. Deep within your temporal lobes lies the amygdala, your brain's smoke detector. Its only job is to keep you alive. When you experience trauma, this smoke detector breaks. It gets stuck in the on position. For a person carrying an invisible scar, the world is no longer a place of possibilities, it is a place of potential threats. Your brain stops distinguishing between a memory and the present moment. To your amygdala, that traumatic event isn't back then. It is happening right now, every single time you are triggered. But the body is smart. When the pain becomes too much to bear, the brain has a final defense mechanism, dissociation. In the book, Dr. van der Kolk describes patients who feel like ghosts in their own lives. They look at their hands and they don't feel like they belong to them. They walk through crowded streets, just like this, feeling completely other. This isn't a choice, it's the body's way of numbing itself to survive a world that feels too loud and too dangerous. You aren't antisocial, your nervous system is simply exhausted from trying to protect you. The tragedy of the invisible scar is that it robs you of the present. When your body is busy fighting a war that ended years ago, you cannot feel the warmth of a friend's hug or the joy of a beautiful sunset. You are physically present, but emotionally, you are a living ghost. As we move forward in this video, remember this: the scar is invisible, but the pain is real. And because the scar is held in the body, the solution must also involve the body. You cannot just talk your way out of a physiological imprint. The science of the traumatized brain. To understand healing, we must understand the triune brain. The reptilian brain handles survival, breathing, heartbeat. The mammalian brain handles emotions. The human brain, prefrontal cortex, handles logic. In a traumatized person, the logical brain goes offline. This is why you can't just think your way out of anxiety. Dr. van der Kolk explains that trauma survivors often lose the ability to feel their own bodies, a state called dissociation. They go numb just to survive the pain. The failure of traditional medicine. For decades, we treated trauma with two things: talk therapy and drugs. But the book argues these often fail. Why? Because talking about a memory can actually re-traumatize the person. And while drugs can dull the pain, they don't fix the underlying alarm system. The author shares stories of veterans and abuse survivors who felt like ghosts in their own lives, because the body was still reacting to the past, regardless of what the mind was saying. The path to recovery. So, how do we reset the score? Dr. van der Kolk introduces bottom-up processing. Instead of talking, we start with the body. EMDR, eye movement desensitization, a technique that helps the brain process stuck memories. Yoga, teaching the body that it is safe to feel sensations again. Neurofeedback, training the brain waves to stay calm. Theater and play, helping survivors find their voice and physical presence again. Healing is about reclaiming the self. It's about feeling safe in your own skin. The most beautiful message of this book is that the brain is plastic, it can change. No matter how deep the scar, the body has an incredible capacity to heal if given the right tools. You are not broken. You are a human being who survived. The Body Keeps the Score is more than a book. It's a map to coming back to life. If you felt disconnected or stuck, know that the path home starts with listening to your body. If this breakdown helped you understand your own journey, hit the like button and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into life-changing books.